I'm going to be all over the place today, but it's going to all come together. So
I can't wait. Should I have a drink?
Probably
if you-
tomorrow. Meg probably saying no, but
yeah,
we all know that drunk Megan is stupid.
I literally made tea, and I've already committed to the
Same.
tea.
Okay. I have
So-
water, which is tea but cold.
I have my cold tea here too.
Flavorless.
Flavorless tea.
It makes it sound so sad.
Would you like some flavorless tea? It's chilled.
Never heard of
I'm
such a
gonna
thing.
introduce this because this is all gold.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coast Files, your podcast for ocean mysteries and true crime. I'm Chantal.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm a lover of flavorless cold tea, also known as water.
That's water.
You missed our joke,
Yeah.
listener.
Or not.
Or
maybe
you've
not.
seen it somewhere. I've popped it in. We've popped it in somewhere.
we popped it in, maybe,
Oh,
but no
God.
pressure.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have to edit that in, Chantal. But
It's
some of
the
us are
intro to
drinking
this
tea.
video.
Some are
Actually,
drinking.
I've made an easy intro this time. It's just us talking about
that just called
flavorless water.
a
tea.
cold open,
Yeah.
much like the tea that I
Let's do
enjoy.
it. I don't like iced tea, actually. This is a fun
What?
fact. I don't really like iced tea. I also I love iced coffee. And I love
Oh.
hot coffee, but as soon as that coffee goes lukewarm, then I don't like
Lindsay,
it again.
thank you. I've
So-
said that 1,000 times. People think that I'm insane. If
No,
the
it's-
coffee is meant to be hot,
It must be
Great.
hot. Mhm.
if it goes cold, I then need to shake it with ice and add more stuff and pretend that it was meant to be cold because hot coffee that goes cold is
Not good.
illegal.
Yeah.
And
I will
cold
drink-
coffee that gets room temp, Chantel, don't say it.
I will drink the same cup of coffee or tea like
I knew
all
it.
morning. I won't take it to a microwave. I won't do anything. Just like this is what I drink. Every once in a while, I give
Oh.
myself a heater, but
Oh,
like that's
Patty.
about
Wow.
it. And then that one
Okay.
will continue. It'll go until it gets cold. I am seeing so many clients in a day, or I am with patients that I'm just like, I don't have time to
Completely
be running back and forth
understand.
to the microwave.
Can we get you an insulated tumbler?
Yeah,
No,
that's what
because then they're too hot for my sensitive tongue.
What? But you love being hot. This lady will sleep in an oven if she could. Like she.
So
like,
same
the
difference
heat.
with fluids in her soft human mouth.
But you take scalding showers,
I know, but I
So
can't
just
let
drink
it
the water and
touch
it's
my
the same thing.
so it just can't be in you.
Yeah.
So many rules.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Look, you have perplexed Lindsay beyond
know.
words. She can't even speak.
I don't even know. Well, the human body actually comes up briefly in my story today, so
It's on
So
topic.
perfect segue.
it is actually on. Yeah, well, it's not quite the segue, but it will
Lindsay's
eventually.
like, no,
it's gonna
but-
happen.
Well, God willing, it happens. I don't
Yes.
know.
But I guess I could get into it unless there's any other things to
Is
share.
there
We're,
any
we're
more?
filming at night tonight, which
Yeah.
is
Like,
which
if
is
you
why we're all
couldn't tell,
crazy.
My
Past
beats
our
are weird.
bedtime.
Not even much. It's only 1 hour later than normal, and I feel insane right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
took
just
3/4 of
well-
a gummy, so
Yeah,
Wait, you're on drugs, and Lindsay has 2 kids, so
yeah. Days are long, okay. And the
Yeah.
night days are getting shorter, so it is very
oh
dark.
my god. But
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it to be lighter in the morning because trying to wake up
I
right now
know.
in pitch black
It's
is
so
terrible.
hard. Well, anyways,
that's our show.
That's our show. Yeah.
Vote below.
Smash
You like
that like
iced tea
button.
or hot coffee?
Vote.
Yeah, put a poll in the video that no one can use.
Yeah.
It's always my favorite.
Go to our Instagram, but you have to like and follow.
There we go.
So,
But remind me,
And
because
tell
I
for
can
10
only
friends.
I can only post the reel on that day with the poll. I can't schedule it. Instagram,
yeah,
that's
that's right.
annoying.
That's right. Instagram,
Instagram,
we're
you
talking
listening?
to you. Okay, Lindsay.
okay.
I know. We have to go. We have to start.
Let's get this
On the
topic running.
yeah. Okay.
Watering.
Water.
You struggled so hard and it was like not even worth it. Let's get this topic
So-
running. Sorry, Lindsay, I'll shut up. Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
so excited.
So for a little while now, I've wanted to cover tides, but I realized kind of as a topic, it might be a little lacking. So I wanted to make
What?
sure I found a story to go with the tides.
Are the tides turning?
uh, Potentially, and for some people in the story, yes, but
Oh,
not
shit.
in a good way.
Oh, shit.
So
Okay.
what is a tide and why does it happen? I know you've been all
Well,
wondering
I know it
this.
involves no, literally two things. Okay, technically three things, but I don't want
Yes.
to ruin it.
Yeah, well, then don't ruin it because you're kind
Okay.
of on point here. Okay. So, a tide is the rise and fall of the ocean water levels due to the gravitational pull of the moon
Moon. Bingo.
and the sun.
Fuck. No.
I thought that was the third thing that you were going to bring up.
No, the moon was the third thing.
Oh, okay. What was
God
the other?
damn it.
Okay. Okay. What are the other things you were going to bring up?
The ocean gravity and the moon.
Okay.
Ocean.
Just a three-way.
The sun
but it's
came
actually
out
a
of
four-way.
nowhere.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know it was a four-way.
It usually does. Okay.
Don't they
Is
always
it
turn
'cause
into
the
a
sun has
four-way?
to like
Yeah.
go away, or
Um,
okay, for the moon
okay.
to come out?
So the moon is much more influential, but the sun has some influence, and we'll talk about it. So, the gravitational force is called the tidal force, and it creates a bulge of water on either side of the Earth, and that
Bulge.
results in a high tide,
Tide.
and while the Earth is
Low.
rotated, the low tide. So you could look at my first picture to get a glimpse of this bulge.
It really freaks me out.
Yes.
Like knowing that the lighter blue color is water. I'm like, no, you go back. What do you mean?
Right. Right. And you're probably wondering, okay, why is it bulging on the other side if gravity is being pulled toward the moon on this side? And it's because you also have a gravitational pull within the Earth pulling to the center. So it kind of squishes the Earth, and that results
Oh.
in
I
double
think
bulge.
Chantel's too high for this.
No, I'm not.
I can't. I know this is normally a science thing that Chantel would cover.
Oh my God. No,
but
you're
that
doing
is-
great.
No,
It's just,
I'm-
it's horrifying.
I just
It's
didn't realize how it went. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
I
realize
guess I
either.
thought
it
like
was
if like
just
the north, yeah,
Yeah.
like east and west. Like if one's happening in
Yeah.
the west, the other one's happening in the east, the opposite side. Not they're
That- no.
happening on that at the same time.
Yeah. So that's why we
Yeah.
have 2 high tide, low tides per day. Now, not everywhere on
never
Earth. There
thought
could
of it.
be.
Yeah.
There's some places that only get 1 tide, but um, yeah, twice a day, high tide, and that's why.
Oh.
So the high tide is when the water is at its highest point. I know this is surprising.
Well,
Um,
you know, for some people who maybe are like, wait, I think I know, but can you just explain for those that maybe don't know?
Maybe it just happens to be
water
that near
goes
side to
up.
far sided thing.
And this is known as the flood tide as the water levels increase. The low tide, water at its lowest point, again, shock, water returning to its lowest point is called the ebb tide.
Mm.
And the difference between these tides are the tidal range, so the low to high tide.
And you're probably going to talk about one particular place. I
Of
bet.
course,
Okay.
this is why this is all happening. You
Would
already
it be
know.
a Coast Files episode if we didn't throw it back home somehow?
No, of course
I
not.
think it has. And also
Um,
maybe mention Titanic. That would just also be on brand for us.
Yeah, one of the two has to be mentioned at all times. That's your like the drinking game that we have.
Yeah,
Gonna
there
get
we go.
so drunk.
So it is important to note that high tides and low tides vary depending on landscape. So some areas like that have more land, like lakes, aren't going to have the same tides that an ocean would.
That makes sense.
So it just depends where you are in the world. And the sun also affects the tide, but not as much as the moon, like I said. So when there's a full moon or new moon, that's when the sun is in alignment. It actually adds to the gravitational pull, and it makes the tidal force even greater. So the tides will be higher during those full moon and new moon phases.
And okay,
okay.
okay, so a full moon,
why.
I think I understand, but a new moon is similar. What is the difference? They do know, or did you not even look this up? I don't know.
Yeah, so that the full moon is when the sun is directly behind, or I think it's in behind or front of Earth, where it just lines up perfectly to light up the whole moon. Whereas the
Okay,
new
so-
moon, the sun is like behind. I might be mixing this
Yeah,
up, but
Some would
But
be
that-
behind because then the moon is blocking from
Block-
us seeing the sun.
right.
Right?
No, that's
Or no, is the sun illuminating
eclipse.
behind it?
Yeah, that's an
Oh
eclipse.
no! So that when the Earth comes in
Yes.
front but blocks the path from the sun to the moon, we get the new moon. So it's completely dark.
creepy.
But
Mhm.
then when the moon is completely
Illuminated.
yeah, it's the opposite.
Maybe we'll have to
We'll
follow up
do
with some
moons
actual
later.
research. Yeah. Stay tuned for the moon episode. We
Yes.
have questions apparently.
Honestly, I bet my 8-year-old son would have
I was
explained that
just
better.
I was
Should
literally
have called
thinking
him
like
in, phone a
he
friend.
would know. He would know. Phone a friend.
Okay. Well, so speaking of high tides, do you know where the highest tide in the world is? Megan, I think you want to answer this one.
I think it's the Bay of Fundy.
Ding, ding, ding. You win. You are right. It's the Bay of Fundy. And for those who don't know, that is a body of water between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, Canada. I said Nova Scotia. I'm sorry.
Bingo, take a drink of your cold, flavorless tea.
But you can look at my next photo. So it's actually
Mm.
really cool if you ever get a chance to
Oh, yeah.
witness this. The tidal range here is 52 feet or 16 meters.
Sorry, that's actually
So,
insane.
yeah, compared to the average, which is around 3.3 feet or 1 meter. So
Wow.
Wow,
That's a lot of
okay.
shacks, too.
I know. I was just gonna say I didn't find out the shacks. What's 52
So,
divided by
Well,
like
he's
7?
Enough.
7.1.
2?
52 meters?
Okay. There's like 5. I don't know.
A bunch of
I don't
shacks.
a lot of
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Yes, it's a lot. So,
49,
the
7.
reason this happens in the Bay of Fundy is because the shape acts like a funnel. You can go to my next photo if you want to see a map of what I'm talking about. But it forces a lot of water into a small area. And along with the bay, it has this rocking motion called seiche that happens. And it's in sync with the ocean, which just causes more water to flow in. And it results in these super huge tides. So that's why it has the highest tides. It just all comes down to its geography and the
Wow.
landscape. So
So is there anywhere else on Earth that is similar to this that you came across?
there's another place in Canada, in northern Canada, that has really high
Oh, we have
tides as
both?
well. Yeah, I know. The second highest tides are also in Canada. I
Damn.
forget the name, but because I focused on this one.
No, no, no. I was just like
That's
curious
fair.
if maybe on like on the opposite side of the Earth, but like the
Yeah, no,
same.
Canada is like winning at highest tides.
Also,
So
look how close
Okay.
Bangor, Maine is. I keep forgetting how
Yeah,
close. Like
Bangor,
Maine is
yeah,
Isn't it
essentially
Bangor?
Canada.
Bangor,
Ba-
I think, right?
Bangor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
Bangor,
Bangor.
Maine.
Not Banger. Banger,
Bangers and
Maine.
mash, Maine.
It's a hard G. Got ya.
Yes.
Okay.
Brief story. I actually got stuck in a high tide because of the Bay of Fundy. When I was 20, I was dating this guy who took me on a canoe trip with his friends. And we had to stop overnight, and then we left too late the next morning, and the tide started coming in. We just didn't time it right. I didn't know. Like,
Mhm.
Well,
so
and
anyway.
had you had this episode, you could have prepared.
Yeah.
But
Exactly. If only. If only. So the water levels just rose, and it was actually really hard to try to paddle through this tide coming in, and
That's
we had
scary.
to
I can
like,
imagine.
yeah, we got stuck for a while until like things resolved. So it's no joke. These tides are intense, and it's pretty
52
phenomenal.
feet or
It's just-
whatever. My God.
Yeah. Yeah. So, getting into our actual story for today, tides are involved.
I assumed.
So,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm going to take us to London, England.
Wait a minute, Lindsay. We're leaving the
Mhm.
Bay of Fundy, going over to jolly
We're
old
going
England.
across the sea, which is why I brought tea in my Princess Diana
I
mug.
clocked that right away. I'm like,
So
wait a
fast.
second.
I know. I was like, wait. I saw I was going to make tea. I was like, that's pretty British. And then I brought this back in the summer I brought up all these 90s things back home with
I
me.
freaking love it.
And one of them was
Lady
the
Di.
Princess Diana commemorative mug. So
God, that
love-
hair. God, I
know.
just, we need more of
I
her.
know. She's
Oh,
my
God,
favorite
wouldn't that be
woman in
great?
history. So anyway, this story actually takes place in 2000, so 3 years post tragedy,
Ugh,
but
okay.
Diana. But I'm still going to use her mug. So this starts with a man named Lee Wenham. You can actually go to
Okay.
my first photo to get a little look at Lee.
Oh my God. He looks English.
Yeah.
I know this.
What?
You do?
I
Well,
I
shut
don't-
your mouth.
I will. I will. Oh my God,
That
yeah.
hold on, wait, you guys don't even know. That was the meanest thing Lindsay ever could have said. Like,
I
I've
know.
never
I
heard that
didn't
kind of
swear, though.
language.
Never heard her, talk
Yeah,
like
it's
that
just the
before.
stories got me riled, you know?
Yeah,
And
that's
this
fair.
tea is so strong. It's steeped
So
for 5
good.
minutes instead of 4.
Mm. Chamomile
Um,
tea, guys. It's just
Mhm.
next
should be
level.
calming, but you're just unhinged right now. But this guy has an awesome, cozy, like aviator jacket kind of thing with like the fleece line, and then
Yeah,
his sweater is just he should be on a fishing boat.
he
Oh,
should
or
be,
like a farm.
and he does get on a boat at some point,
I could
so
tell by the sweater. I could
yeah,
tell.
he was just meant to be on the water.
Okay.
So Lee's family were actually gypsies, so they're very nomadic people, didn't have normal jobs, and his father didn't really give him the best influence in life. He was a career criminal,
Oh
and
well.
Lee decided to follow in his dad's footsteps.
I feel like people like that, they don't have a lot of options, you know? They're just like,
No, no. Well, I think maybe he did, but he just didn't really want to work. He just wasn't about that 9 to 5. So
same. I'm like one bad
I,
day away from a life
yeah.
of crime. I know.
It honestly, if it feels like something is quote unquote easy and you know how to do it and you can make a lot in a small
Is
amount of
it?
time,
Is it wrong?
and it's not that
Right.
is it wrong, it's that I
If it feels
understand
so
being
right.
like, I could do something else,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
really good at this.
But I could just do this one thing. So he
Mhm.
opted for that one thing. Um, he had 2 daughters and he sheltered them from his criminal lifestyle. And he really didn't want them to follow in his footsteps. He wanted to just provide
Okay.
probably a better life for them.
I can
So
appreciate that element.
in early 2000, Lee, along with some other fellow criminals, decided to work together on some heists. They decided to attach a giant spike to their it's like a truck they had, like a Christmas tree truck.
Okay.
And they named the spike Gertie, by the way.
Funny.
Yeah. And they decide to block off the security vehicle because they know it's full of cash. They were going to puncture the vehicle, steal the cash,
Sorry.
take off, and escape on a little speedboat.
Okay, this sounds like a plot of like Pinky and the Brain. Like this is not good. Like
I know, it seems so ridiculous. But things were actually going pretty well. The plan was in place, but a bystander took action. When they were busy trying to snack that money, they took the key
narc.
out of their truck and they had to abort their mission because no getaway truck.
That is so delicate and like, I've got your key. What now?
And it worked.
See,
I
this is the
assume.
type of crime that happens when you don't have guns.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
Well, so
Oh,
he probably
shit.
learned from that one. Failure wasn't going to get Lee down. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
But they're gonna know to look for a giant spike now. Like, what do you mean?
Well, we'll get to that. So in July 2000, he, along with probably the same group or maybe some other guys, attempted to rob an armored car with 8.5 million pounds inside.
Okay.
So this time they decide, you know what, we need to do things a little differently. So they decide to make a
two
fake
spikes.
bomb.
Oh.
They did add another metal spike, but this one was called Gertie 2. And they wrote it on the spike.
Just wait. That reminds me of that fucking ship.
Yeah, the Marquette Ambassador
Gertie
number 2, the
The
second.
second.
Oh, I know.
Okay, Gertie too.
Um,
I'm here. Wow.
So they were successful in ramming the spike into the back of the armored vehicle, and they were able to do so by scaring, I guess, the drivers into thinking they had a real bomb. So they didn't press their panic button.
Did they like hold it up? Like, look what we have. Like, how do you? Anyway.
Yeah, they did. Like, we're gonna put it on your truck or
Oh, they
something.
did.
Yeah,
Look what we have.
yeah. They were like, we just want them to like think it's real. So they realize the cash inside is locked up and there's been spotted by some police. So there's no time to get the money. So again, they have to take off, making an escape, no cash. So they end up going into a small speedboat and they actually tried to fire at the cops. So they did have weapons at this point. They fired at the cops. They make their getaway in the speedboat,
Why would you do that?
but they've left their vehicle. And police are able to start to gather some
And
intelligence.
all of their passports are in the glove box.
And they also noticed that Gertie That was familiar from the first one.
Wait, it has the same name. That can't be
The
a
connections
coincidence.
the dots were being connected, and I don't know if they kind of just didn't care, right? They were kind of like, yeah, like that was us kind of thing.
I don't think they thought that far ahead. Like, what?
Did you
Yeah,
look at this guy?
it looked very, it seemed like a
Yeah.
cartoon thing, right? Like to
And
me.
Yeah,
remember
it
earlier where I
does.
said that he's choosing the thing that he knows how to do well? I take that
Right.
back.
I feel like he was in a pub one day and then he's like, you know what we
They
could
were
do?
drunk. Yeah. Or
And
they
they're
consulted
watching
like
like
a
Bugs Bunny.
6-year-old to be like, what, how would you do this?
Now, when my
So-
son plays with his Legos, he does this thing, and let me tell you, I think it might work.
Yeah, spikes. Let's do spikes.
Looney
Gertie
Tunes came
one,
on
Gertie
TV one
two.
night at the bar.
Speaking of, I guess, spikes,
no.
we're going to, well, not the same type of spike. I also want to discuss the millennium for a second because we all know 2000 was a big year. We were all scared that everything
Yeah.
was going to shut down.
Planes were going to fall out of the
Y2K.
sky.
Mhm.
Right. We didn't know what to expect. And we were what, like 11, 12 when this happened?
I just turned 12.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you would have just turned 12, yeah.
And I would have been
And I thought it-
almost 12.
And I thought I was going to die because I'm like, well, everyone says the banks
We
are going to
didn't
shut down
know.
and fill your tub
Mhm.
with water, normal stuff.
And then we lived through December 2012 as well. Like, God.
Yeah.
Guys,
And
we
just-
can
that was
survive
another.
anything.
Yeah.
and then
Millennials are the cockroaches.
And then soon enough, the planes hit the towers, and it's really just been pretty bad ever since
Ever
then.
since then.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to go back to the 90s for all this.
Yeah, and then we just stay there forever in
Forever.
a kind of weird delusion sleep.
Always
where you never
inhaling our
wake up.
secondhand smoke because they haven't taken
Yeah.
that out of restaurants
I
yet.
know.
The sound of sitting on your blow up sofa, and as it sticks to your skin when you try to get up.
But you look lovingly at your lava lamp
Oh, yes.
and life is
As the-
okay.
God, okay. That sounds good. I feel like I can go on now. This is good.
Smash Mouth's
Okay.
playing in the background.
Obviously. So they decided to build a dome to commemorate the millennium in London. So my next photo, and that's why the spikes came up because it looks like they just placed it over
Oh.
spikes.
Yeah, it
We
does.
have looked at this or talked about this, but yeah, I don't get this part. I don't get what
I-
the spikes are.
Yeah, I think it's just holding it up. But anyway, considering how many beautiful things, like architecture-wise, are in London,
This is not it.
Yeah.
this looks, yeah.
Remind
I don't
me,
know.
it was like material too, wasn't it? It wasn't like
Yeah,
a
it was like
proper
a
even
like a dome, like a tent,
Like a
thing,
tent,
almost.
yeah.
That's not the right word,
Yeah.
probably, but
It's not even like an actual building.
right.
Oh, so we can tear it down.
Bring big scissors.
It is now the O2 Arena.
With the oxygen arena, or
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but back then, it's the
Stupid.
Millennium Dome. So it was supposed to be this big thing that everyone wanted to like visit and love, but it was an epic failure, and everyone
Yeah.
made fun of it and hated it. So inside there was like this human body exhibit.
I'm
Like,
listening.
kind of like the Magic School Bus, I think, where you walk through
I'm
the body.
definitely
Oh,
listening.
Yes, yes, one of those. Yeah.
So you could go
like
to
a
like my
blow-up
next
thing,
photo.
I can't wait.
And the one
What?
after, which I don't really know if I can use the next photo after, but it's like walking through the body, like you're
Ooh,
you're
okay.
walking like, I don't know, down a
Yep.
esophagus or something.
Well, the first photo does not prepare you because it looks like human beings as tadpoles that have melted into a pool mosaic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. The whole
And the
thing looked weird. Okay.
Yeah. The other one is cool. Is that the throat?
I must.
It
that's
looks
what I was
like
Is that the
thinking.
hyoid
Yes.
boy
Yeah.
bone?
Yes.
Hyoid you know what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
the little floaty bone.
Well,
Some of
and
the
we're-
ones looked like so I watched this documentary on Netflix called The Diamond Heist. So maybe that's where you heard a chunk
Spoiler?
of- Yeah. Well, you can watch it after my episode. Don't watch it right
Okay.
now.
No.
Just-
But
I
they
need
they
to
have a
hold
lot
on.
of good footage of the dome. So you can see just how weird it was. So a lot of people like just made fun of the dome. It wasn't.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
Yeah, it kind of was.
It was not a place where locals wanted to go, and it seemed like even when tourists came, they were like,
They're like, what is this?
"What is?
I'd
what did I
rather
pay
not.
for?"
And this
Yeah.
is brand new. There's stuff
Yeah.
that's like 400 years old right over here.
I think
Yeah,
they even
right.
brought like the queen here for New Year's Eve, and it looked
And she
really
was
like, and
like,
the prime
Oh my
minister, and
god.
they're like, okay, why
yeah,
am I here?
this fucking sucks.
I could have stayed
I'm gonna go
home.
back to my castle.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Oh, me
So
too.
the only real attraction at the dome was this beautiful diamond collection that was displayed there,
That would
including
get me.
the Millennium Star. The Millennium Star,
Falcon.
almost more valuable potentially. It was found in 1990, and it is one of the largest natural D color, which D color is like the best diamond color out of the scale.
Okay.
Mhm.
Found in the world. It was found in Zaire, which is now the Republic of Congo. It weighed 777 carats raw, and it was cut
Jesus.
into a 203 pear-shaped diamond, 203 carats.
I feel like mine's slightly smaller
I know. I'm going to
than
talk to Eric
that.
about this.
Just a little
So,
bit.
like I said, it was nicknamed the Millennium Star, and it would be valued at, I've seen different values, but 200 million pounds, somewhere around there.
Damn.
Maybe a
Jesus.
little between 100 and 200
And
million.
and they only
It
found it 10 years before. Like, that's insane.
Right.
I would think
Yes.
that it'd be like some 200-year-old, oh my God, a queen owned it,
Yeah.
whatever, but it's a fresh baby. Well,
Yeah.
diamonds are not new, but freshly
Well,
found.
like some of the
Yeah.
other biggest diamonds that are part of like the crown jewel, I just got down a little diamond rabbit hole doing this.
Yeah.
Were found in just like a little like early 1900s. So some of them
Hmm.
are not that old, but yeah. So
It's something
anyway,
about finding them in such big pieces too makes them even more
right.
rare, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like finding one, I think the biggest diamond ever found was over 3,000 carats, but
Jeez
raw.
Louise.
So, and to find them this clear, like usually when they're that big, they're just not like the best diamond quality. So to
Mhm.
be like clear D color diamond is
So
very
a
rare.
D color, is that the same thing as saying colorless?
Yes.
Okay, because I've
Yeah, I
heard
think for the most part.
colorless diamonds and
Yeah,
they
the
D color
colorless are D,
sounds.
E, F range, I think, and then they go like
Okay.
progressively more yellow, unless they're like a yellow
Okay.
diamond, and then they're valuable again. So it's
Then they
like,
go back up.
Jesus.
yeah, it's almost like you either go full yellow or you don't. So
You have to be the right color exactly.
exactly. So yeah, and this diamond is insured for like $100 million today. So just to put it in perspective,
Damn.
it's a little bit pricey. You can go my next photo to see the diamond.
Uh,
Ugh.
I
Wow.
feel like I need a human hand for scale because this looks massive.
So I did see
That's
people
fair.
holding it, and that was like, they could probably
That's
hold
still
between their fingers
huge.
like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like the weight of it is probably really quite heavy. So
Jesus
um,
Christ.
Yeah, she might
so
be a thick girl too.
the dome, it's in a place called Greenwich in London. And this is, at least at the time, was a relatively poor neighborhood, and there were a lot of gang activity in this neighborhood. So when you're thinking of like, where should I display my valuable jewels?
Where should we
This is
send the
it.
Wouldn't
queen?
necessarily be like top of mind for location.
Okay.
So to deal with this, they decided to bring in some extra reinforcements to make sure their diamonds were safe, because there'd be other diamonds also displayed that are very valuable, like these valuable blue diamonds and stuff. But this was kind of like the star of the show. So they
Well, and
created,
also it's like this big, massive honking
yeah,
miracle. So yeah,
right.
I
You
get
knock
it.
someone out with
Centerpiece.
this piece, I'm sure. So they designed this hexagon shaped vault, and it was 3 feet thick. So
Whoa.
they don't want anyone to be able to ram into it, essentially.
With a
Or
spike per se.
exactly. It's spike proof.
Foreshadowing?
And they also just installed high-tech movement detectors. So if anything, even like a
I've seen
fly
a
were
spy
to land
movie.
on, yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly.
I'm assuming that's what it is. Lasers.
100%. And they also installed numerous cameras, lots of security, and they put the Millennium Star in a thick, thick glass case that cost 60,000 pounds. So they weren't taking any
Wow.
chances.
And the taxpayers are paying for all of us, probably.
I don't
Sorry,
know
I
who
just,
paid for it. Sorry, London taxpayers, if that was you.
Probably.
I think the owners, De Beers, ended up buying the diamond, so it was probably De Beers that paid for it.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Probably,
We'll go with
yeah.
that.
I don't know. It depends. Maybe there's I don't know how that would work because it's
But I
like
don't
on
know if the
lend to this
dome, if they're
place.
like, well, if you want to display our diamond, you have to make
You
sure
have
it's
to have the
secure.
best of the best security. Yeah.
In this shitty tarp
Yeah.
dome you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
know.
this
I'm still like, yeah, sure,
little,
there's a vault. There's no
we're going to put it in a
roof.
tent. So,
It'll be safe in
I
here.
think a
yeah.
heavy snowfall could like just cause the whole thing to cave in, but
Yeah. So, anyway, some people caught on to this, and in July 2000, a man named Ray Betson, who was a career criminal, solicited Lee to help him with a heist that would involve stealing these diamonds. So, if they could pull this off, this would be the biggest heist of all time. So
Just one more
they
job.
began their plotting. So the police were kind of on to Lee anyway because like we saw you strike once, strike twice, you're probably going to do it again.
Oh my
They
God.
also receive a tip from an informant that someone is attempting another robbery. So they start to establish their intelligence. They bring in a special police unit called the Flying Squad, and they decide to name this mission
I'm
Operation
ready.
Magician. Now you
Okay.
see it, now you don't. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
that's what they were going
We
with.
can workshop that because I guess you have to. It's all in the hands. I don't know, but magician. Okay,
Yeah, not the
it's
worst,
it's
but
fine.
it's
It's
fine.
fine.
So
It's fine for now.
Lee and some of the other accomplices started scoping out the Millennium Dome in advance because they've already kind of on to him a little bit. They kind of knew
It's called recon.
he
They have to recon the
they were
place.
able to kind of trace back their vehicle to the Wenham farm where his family has this
Oh
farm,
my
and they start to
God.
like do surveillance there. They start to see him scoping out the dome, and we all know the dome sucks, okay? So for him
Yeah.
to
Why
be
are you
going
here?
back over and over again, they're like, there's no way
something.
you're
This is
back.
suspicious.
You
He's
went
been
Yeah.
here
here
twice this week.
Twice? You don't
Yeah.
work here? Like that doesn't make sense. So they're starting to gather, maybe this is the target, not this
Mm.
precious like gemstones.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
This guy's
Most
trying to get
expensive
money twice.
diamond here.
Yeah.
Yeah. In total, the diamonds were worth around 350 million pounds. So,
Did they say how much it would be worth, like on the black market type thing? Because obviously it's not gonna be worth that
You'd
right.
have
much.
to cut it all up and
All Lee
I
knew
don't know
was
fence
if
it.
you
that
would.
Ray
I
had
wouldn't myself.
they had a buyer in mind that who would buy it. So,
Right.
and he
Right.
would
Okay.
get like 1 million pounds, I think he said something like that, which he was totally happy with. So he wasn't gonna ask any
Yes.
questions. He would get paid, and then he could retire from his burglary life.
I just love a heist. Like
I
I
know,
just
it's
love a
just so
heist.
exhilarating, and like
It
especially after the
is.
Louvre, like last
I
week.
I
Oh
haven't
my
even
god,
read
So
anything about that. I've seen it. I want to, but I'm
they made a
saving it. I
couple
don't know why.
arrests.
Yeah,
I
they did.
heard.
When
Yeah.
I heard about the Louvre thing and how they did it, this is actually what I kept thinking of was this guy. And
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah,
Well, yeah, because I was
but
like,
I'll let
oh,
you
this
get
is
into
so
it.
timely because I was thinking about the Louvre as well.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah, I know. That's why I was wondering. I was like, did that's how she found it, or is it the other way around? But yeah.
well, so they needed to start their prep work, obviously. The diamonds aren't going to steal themselves, so they they start to come up with some ideas. So there's still gates around the dome. So Lee suggested they get a JCB, which is like a little forklift. I just put a picture in. You can go to my next photo because I was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's one of
That's
those.
helpful.
Yeah.
But it really is more like a little backhoe.
Yeah,
Backhoe.
battle
It's
backhoe,
like a
yeah,
think diamond heist.
steel
Yeah.
loader.
I think you're putting in a fence and you
Yeah.
have to dig holes for
Something
your
like
fence
that.
posts.
Yeah. So he's like, let's just use one of these to break through the barriers. And then he suggested using something called a Hilti gun, which is a nail gun and it can put nails through steel. So he's going to use that to weaken the glass so they could break it and steal the diamonds.
This seems like so much extra work.
It does. But the real problem was that hexagon vault. So there was a timer on the vault and it would close at 6 p.m. when the dome closed, and it would open again at 9 a.m. in the morning. So it was so thick and it was on that time lock. There was really no way to even if you knew the lock password, like you're not getting in if it's on a timer. So the only way to really do this, they decided, was to do it during the day when the door was already open.
Okay, this is not going to work.
So Ray, the guy I mentioned, Ray Betson, he finds out that his girlfriend's sister's husband is actually a cop, and he's actually working dome security, not the
Girlfriend's
dome. Yeah.
sister's husband.
Yes. And he tries to offer him £250,000 to provide insider information so they could pull off this robbery to get an inside
Yeah,
job going on.
like the
Um,
balls.
Another thing they decide is that early morning seems to be best with minimal people around at this point and more minimal security. And their plan is that they were going to use an escape boat on the Thames River that would be waiting for them. They would use this boat, get
They
in,
love boats.
yes, sail away to the other side of the river, get in an escape vehicle, and take off into the sunset.
With your diamonds.
Exactly.
It's
So, like I
all
said,
gonna
a lot of
work.
police resources were going to this. It was a really high risk operation, but they really wanted to catch them now because they figured if we don't, they're just going to keep doing this and people could get hurt. So this was really crucial that they didn't mess this up, and they also needed to make sure that if they're going to stop this heist, they have to do it in a way that the public isn't going to be at risk. So they have no idea what kind of weapons there could be or what they're gonna try. They just know that
And it's in a
something's happening.
public place in a giant circle. Like,
Right. And they're all coming to this conclusion that this probably is gonna happen during the day. So Lee is feeling more and more like he's being watched, which he is very right. The
he
police were
is.
on his trail. Um, they even spotted him bringing a boat to like his farm. They saw the
Gertrude
JCB.
3.
Right. They saw them trying to customize it. So all this is, but they don't
He
want
was
to. They don't
spray
want to
painting
bust them
decals
yet.
on it.
Yeah, they want to make. They want to catch them in the act.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So another key piece of intelligence to help narrow down the timing of the robbery came down to one key thing, and that is the high tide in the Thames River.
Oh my God.
Because
I forgot we were talking about tides.
I know. It's all coming back to the tide.
I was trying to remember how it was involved.
I was
this
like,
entire
is the
time, I'm like,
topic-
I can't remember where
Is the
tides happen
topic
to
just
this.
like diamond heist? And Lindsay thinks,
No.
this is cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like a
tides.
tide.
I forgot.
Yeah. So I know it, and it was actually I was searching so like high and low for a crime that involved tides.
The ideas were ebbing and flowing.
Yes. And there was like a couple books about true crime, like not true crime, but like a fictional crime that was solved during a
Oh,
low
no.
tide. I'm like, no, I need a real crime.
I want a
real
real one. This is not a book club, which I will start soon.
Yes, I need to send you all my books. I
Yes,
have
I
them.
know I need to do
That
that
too.
too. So we're gonna have a book club, guys. So just
Yes.
It will be a very soft, go at your own pace, but it'll be
Yeah.
a book club. I have to figure it out, but it's something.
Yes. Yeah.
Books.
It'll be fun. Maybe the first one we read is one we've already read, so we don't have to feel like we have to do it.
I've already done the homework.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love it. So yes, the tide is playing a key factor here because they need to make that escape, and in a low tide, they wouldn't be able to do that in their speedboat. So that
Embarrassing.
was a very important piece of information to pinpoint the timing of the heist.
The tide.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the
Sorry. I was like, well, the same. The heist
So,
with the tide,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it seems like a small part, but really, it was a key
Well, if
intelligence.
you can't get away, then your plan is
And
foiled.
the plan is, null and void, and the dome is surrounded by water. So, very key thing, the tide.
Stupid dome.
So, we get to the day of November 7th, 2000. They were all prepped with their JCB ready, the skateboats ready, their getaway cars ready. The flying squad is also ready. But they just
Forgot
weren't
about the
sure
flying
exactly
squad.
what to expect. So the dome opens at 9 a.m. and they put the plan into action. They use a JCB to ram through the walls and into the dome, which
So they
luckily
actually do it,
they
okay.
didn't kill anyone. I don't think
They're not
anyone
going to
was
have
injured.
time for any of this. Okay. Sorry. go ahead.
Right. So they go straight to the diamonds where they're met with police. Like, come on, guys. What are you expecting? They had actually changed up all the security in the dome with police officers for this moment. And they had like the area kind of blocked off for cleaning at first. So that there wouldn't be like people in there. So everyone involved ends up being caught, with Lee being the last to get caught.
Like
And-
immediately.
Yes, he ends up going to jail, the same jail his dad was in, actually.
Oh.
Um, And he really starts to sink in that now he's gonna be away from his 2 young daughters,
Like,
and
what
this
did you
was
think was
Mhm.
gonna
maybe not the
happen?
best plan.
I did
Uh,
this for you, girls. I wanted you to have all the diamonds.
maybe they planned it too well because then they gave the police so much time to do their
N-
intelligence and
I don't
also
think
prep,
them
but
planning things too well is the problem here.
Go Lindsay over there trying to give them credit. They were just too
I
good
just
at what they were
really
doing.
like Lee after watching the documentary.
I know. I did too.
He just seems like a sweetheart. I'm like, just give him
He
the
does.
diamond. He's a
Like a
good
bit of a
man. He
doofus, but
cares
like
about
a
his
sweetheart.
daughters.
Yeah.
So Lee was looking at 25 to 30 years because of all, well, potentially. So basically what happened was they were trying to charge us as a violent robbery, which held much higher, that 25 to 30 years.
Did they have
Where,
weapons though?
well, they were trying to say the JCB was a weapon, and like I think they had sledgehammers and stuff
Hmm.
to break in. So the earlier
Okay.
one though, there was a weapon.
Yeah.
So part of the case kind of rested on was that police officer in the dome part of it, because if they had an inside job going on, they could argue that, well, we thought it would be safe because he was going to make sure there was no one in the way when we rammed the JCB into the dome. Therefore, it wasn't a violent robbery. It was more, we didn't intend for anyone to be hurt. We just wanted to steal. So there'd be a lighter sentence for them.
Yeah, but if you're
Turns,
still busting through a big wall like that, it could
right.
cause, therefore, it doesn't matter what your intention was, it could still.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it turns out this man did not sign up to help them, and he was
I
given a
assume
death
not.
threat over not helping. But yeah, he didn't take the $250,000. He was like, I'm going to keep my job and not do that to my family. So they end up being charged with a more serious offense, not the 25 to 30 years, but Lee was actually given a 13-year sentence. And part of this was because they associated him with the other crime with the guns, and that held to a
Yeah.
higher sentence
Mm.
than the one they actually did at the dome. So he ends up pleading guilty because he wanted to let his dad out of jail, and they gave him a deal like, well, we'll let your dad out. He's
Yeah.
sick. We'll swap you if you
Oh,
just plead guilty.
just
See,
like Beauty and the
he's such
Beast.
a nice guy.
Forgot about that
I
part.
forgot that he's a criminal as I was watching this. Ray Betson, one of the kind of mastermind of it, got 12 years. So Lee would have actually, I think, got 4, but because of the other crime, it went up to 13.
Mm.
He ends up only serving about 4.5, though.
Oh,
So,
jeez. Okay.
do you want to hear the real kicker, though, of this case that he finds out later?
Okay. The diamonds were not on display.
They were, but they were
Oh,
fake.
what?
They
What do
swapped
you
them out
mean?
in advance just in case.
Oh,
So,
so after all
all this
that.
effort, all this planning, a 13-year sentence, and the diamonds were all fake. So
But
he's
like
like,
So
they
great.
worth
do
it.
exist.
They do
They
exist,
just for
yes.
that morning they were like, oh, just in case he does get through,
Yeah, I think they
let's
did
switch
it
these
like
out.
just recently beforehand because they're like,
It
well,
was
like
like the
we
De
really
Beers
want to
Insurance
risk.
Company or something, wasn't
Yeah, they're
it?
like,
They were like,
yeah, let's just swap him out.
yeah.
That's smart, honestly.
That's smart. So where are they now? um, the diamond actually is still owned by De Beers. That's what I've heard, but I've also heard that it could be somewhere in Asia, but the location is not known where the diamond is now.
Oh, a
It's kept under
mystery.
lock and key. Um, it's safe apparently somewhere, but it's
Lee
not
doesn't
being
have
Okay.
it.
displayed anymore. The replicas, though, from this crime are displayed in the crime museum. I'm not sure where the crime
That's
museum is, but we should go.
Okay.
Add it to
girls
the
trip.
girls' trip. Yeah.
Writing that down, yes.
Locate crime museum. It's so vague.
Maybe it's in London. I'm supposed to go there. So, but
Oh my
I'll take
God.
you
Just
guys instead.
okay, anything that you do,
Yes.
if you have fun, just scale it down a little bit so that when we all go together, we have all the fun.
All the fun. Exactly.
So like 9 to 10, and then with all of us, then we can do 11 out of 10.
Okay, so like there is a crime museum in London and Vienna and
That's probably
Toronto.
the one in
Oh,
London.
there's one in Toronto?
Apparently.
What?
Toronto Police Museum.
Mm,
Oh,
eh.
Mm.
Well, the one in London you have to go see.
yes, 100%. And we'll have a girls trip there eventually now that we know they have tides and crime museums.
Well, you had me at tides.
Yeah. So, like I said, Lee serves only 4.5 years. And he now works as a landscaper and he is a grandpa. So,
Oh, Lee, just
he's
like
living a
relax.
low-key life
Just
now. No more
good.
crime.
Mhm.
To be honest, he didn't seem like he was that great at the robbery thing,
Well,
but
what do you
No.
mean?
You mean
But
0
he
for 3?
yeah, great. 2000 was not
I don't know.
his
I think you should
year.
try one more time.
Yeah, just for
Wait,
old
can you
time's
imagine
sake.
if he's
Gertie
driving this
4
backhoe? He's driving the backhoe and he's like, this could be great in
or
landscaping. And that
Gertie
triggered.
the second junior.
Yes. Gertie the second
Yeah.
junior.
Gertie the
So
second, number 2. This is
yeah.
his son, his sister.
Yeah. So that is the high tide heist that I found.
Yeah, right. You just needed high tide heist.
I did, and I'm rolling with it.
I
So
like
good.
it.
I literally
That
forgot
loose
that
red
the
string
topic
is
was
like
Yeah,
Megan's
so
like
I
high
had
tide had completely left her brain. Like none of that.
yeah, it was low
we're
tide,
somewhere
and now
new.
we're back. High tide. So I do think
And
tides are
maybe,
actually really cool phenomenon. So
oh, I find
I
it
They are
just
cool.
needed
fascinating.
Yeah.
yeah, we have a story that hinged on the tide.
It did.
It
And
did.
I
Yeah.
think that whoever goes next, I think is me, maybe. Well, we're gonna do moon facts. So if you listen to this and you're like, yes, I would rather not Google this, and I want to wait for 1 week, we
Here we
will tell
go.
you moon facts
Okay.
at the
Oh,
top.
okay.
How the moon works. Like
Yeah, I'm like, what is the new
full
moon?
versus new. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
Yeah.
each of us half explained it. So
yeah. I think if you
except for
take
when
all
I
of what we
described the
said,
eclipse.
Waxing moon,
That was not
waning moon.
right? I
yeah.
because
Wax
wax
on,
sounds
wax off.
aggressive and wane sounds like, but maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I think so.
Wax
Wane.
on, wax
Wax
off.
on,
Wait,
wax
no, that's
off.
that's Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's not at all. Wax
Well,
on, wane
Oh my
off. The
we'll
moon.
save
It's
all our
like-
moon
it's something
facts
like that.
for you
Okay.
then.
Just
We'll
stay
tell you
tuned.
which one's which. I know
Google if
these
you
things,
want.
and I
Yeah.
can't
I
think it
mean,
right now.
It was actually
would just
really
come back to us.
interesting. There's you'll have to look up Megan, but how the moon actually orbits the Earth. It's an interesting pattern. So
Is it gonna freak me out? If I learn too many things at one time, I get freaked out.
if you
Megan
get
almost
freaked
did
out,
this down this rabbit hole. Next one.
I can literally call Grayson in. He'll be your phone a friend, and he loves talking about the moon.
Okay, we're gonna
Megan's
have
gonna be like, the moon landing never happened. It's hollow. And the
It's
Earth
made
is
of
flat.
cheese.
I don't know what happened,
I've
guys.
tasted it.
It's not hollow. It was filmed by Stanley Kubrick. Everyone knows this.
Ooh.
And yes, he had cheese a lot. That's how that whole thing got. Anyway, it's a whole
Okay.
like Kubrick head thing,
Okay.
you guys.
Wow. So I don't actually
Okay.
know.
But we'll tag team the moon. Your 8-year-old son and us and Google. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, and we can play
Yeah.
"Dark Side of the Moon" album.
Yes, and we
in the
can play
background.
And
that Duran Duran song. New moon on the you know that
and
song?
we'll watch New Moon. No, we won't. I don't
No.
like
Will
Twilight.
we?
At your
I
own
take it
discretion,
back.
you can watch.
We'll also
Yeah.
listen something I'll fly to the moon and back if you'll be my baby by Savage Garden.
That's a
Okay.
good
Remember
one.
that song?
Yeah, we got a good
And-
soundtrack going on, I think.
What
Okay,
about
actually
if the moon hits your ride? Does that one count?
Like a big pizza pie, that's amore. We're not at all in sync. I
No.
can hear that we're trying.
I actually lined up our audio last time we tried to sing, and it turned out a
Beautiful.
little bit better.
Yay!
Great.
There's also a song called Ocean by why is it search Ocean? I meant to say Moon. I'm
Moon.
tired.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
time for us to go now.
Okay, well, time for
the
bed.
reason why this reminded me of the Louvre was because they did it early in the morning and because they used like a construction piece.
Yes.
And it was just like amateurs just being like, well, I mean, they're probably not amateurs for all I know.
Yeah,
They
maybe
were
they
pretty
took
slick at it.
you learned something
and
of
how
what
they
not
use
to
like
do.
tools. Yeah, and how they
Yeah.
were using like tools just to get in there too. I was like, this just reminds me of the Diamond Heist.
There's
yeah.
a lot of songs about moons.
Amazing.
So I was gonna make a playlist. I don't have to.
We're still under a waxing crescent moon tonight, though. So
Whatever the fuck that means.
So
Well-
waxing is going towards new? No, waning. Yeah, I
can't
think
remember. We'll tell you
towards
next week.
new.
Crescent, that I know.
Let's just not talk about the moon anymore until we know.
Okay. That's great. Let's
Also,
not make
are we
it
going to cover
mad.
werewolves at one point? We should.
Ooh.
Probably there's been a werewolf near the water. We can figure it out.
Right.
Well,
I don't want to wait till next
moons,
Halloween
tides.
to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 I
We'll
have
be
to
here
go to
next
bed
week.
and have nightmares about the moon.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you,
Awesome,
Lindsay, for
Case.
teaching us about
Thank
tides.
you.
And then also a heist,
that-
which I
yeah.
forgot about because it was two very different things, but you
You did it.
melded them together so nicely.
Thank you. I tried. I kind of got there.
No, you did.
You
Great.
totally did.
Love it.
All
Okay.
right. I'm going to stop recording. So, bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening today. We loved having you. If you liked the episode, share with your friends, family, or anyone who would enjoy it. Also, take a moment to review our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Leaving us a like or comment really helps. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, please visit our coffee page at www.ko-fi.com/coastfiles. Email us at coastfilespod@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at coastfilespod, or visit our website at www.coastfiles.com. You can find the sources for today's episode on our website. See you next week with a new episode.